Hey everyone, welcome back to Verified Gains. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone is having a good start to their weekend. If you have not subscribed already, please make sure to subscribe. We discuss a lot of cryptocurrency, and especially we discuss Solana and Popcat. So if you're really interested in hearing more about those two assets and you're into meme coins, especially Popcat, please make sure to subscribe and join us. Um, all right, so let's dive right in. Did everybody enjoy this resumption? Past the local resistance at 110K and the further movement to the upside. It was very interesting and not so surprising. And like I said before, with the upcoming Fed chair announcement and everything that is going on in this world, really the only way is up. Okay, so I really want you guys to start paying attention because it's going to be very important as we enter this price discovery range. Now, in terms of Bitcoin, really, there's no upper limit. Okay, there's no upper limit. If anything, we would think that maybe this 350-day moving average times 2 is the upper limit, which is sitting around that 174K. So we'll actually see if we hit that price, by September. However, like I've said before, I'm really mainly looking at the pi cycle top indicator, which means when this red line crosses the green line, that is the 111-day moving average crossing over, like you see back in 2021. So we continue to pay attention. And in terms of what we're seeing currently, there may be a local support line around the $118,000 line. So if I had to draw one, probably draw one right here. So it looks like we're retesting the $118,000 support line, which is great. And I believe there's a high likelihood that we will continue to resume upwards because there's really no other news or anything negative to say that we're going to break down and retest $110,000. So I believe this is a great opportunity for me to dollar cost average. Now, if you've been sitting on the sidelines, this is not financial advice, but if you've been sitting on the sidelines and you're wondering, wow, when should I, you know, get into this cryptocurrency? When should I buy Bitcoin? All my friends and family, they may or may not be talking about it, but certainly I've seen people make a lot of money off of cryptocurrency. Is this the time? Well, guess what? If you're to ask me, the sort of consolidation pattern we're seeing around the $118,000 line, to me, that is a great opportunity for me to dollar cost average. Okay. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and move on to Ethereum. Ethereum, probably the hottest topic on crypto Twitter, wherever you read about cryptocurrency. This seems to be the hottest asset right now. Now, in terms of price movement, if you zoom out, I don't think there's any reason to be overly excited. I mean, we haven't even broken through the previous all-time high back in 2021, let alone the most recent high around December when it was $4,000. However, we're only $500 away, and I believe we are eventually going to break through it. So, if I had to, I'll kind of just say like, okay, maybe here's a local resistance. Okay, so that's around like 3,800, 4,000, give or take. Okay, maybe I'll just kind of increase it to the upper limit. So around 4,000. Okay. So until we break above 4,000, consolidate above it, we're really going to have to just continue to monitor. Now, in terms of dollar cost averaging, and I've told you guys this before, I'm really not buying Ethereum. If anything, I'm buying more Solana. I may or may not be correct in this movement, but I just believe that Solana is a much more efficient layer one. And with all the meme coins that's going on, I believe Solana is where my money should be parked. However, Ethereum is still a very good asset. Okay, number 2 after Bitcoin. And what I've done with my previous Ethereum is I've swapped them all for Turbo. So let's take a look at Turbo. So Turbo is a meme coin, AI generated meme coin, the first of its kind. Now, I don't talk too much about Turbo, but I just want to let you guys know full transparency. I only have 31 subscribers, and I really thank you guys for, sticking through. I know some of you guys regularly watch my videos, so I really appreciate it. I'm gonna make sure you guys don't regret spending all that time, watching my videos. So, anyways, I appreciate it. But for you guys, full transparency. So all of my Ethereum's parked in Turbo, and we're not doing too bad. It would be great if we could actually form something larger here. Now, I don't know if we're actually forming what's called a cup and handle pattern here. You guys are welcome to Google cup and handle. And if you do see that, then this retracement that we're seeing here, which is the handle part of the cup, is quite natural. And really the expectation is that we're actually going to see some further upside gains at this point. So that is very exciting. Now, am I buying more Turbo? The quick answer is no. I've converted my Ethereum to Turbo a long time ago. I'm already up 10x on Turbo, and I have no intention of buying more. So that is full transparency. I'm really just going to ride it all the way. And if you guys are wondering when I'm thinking about selling my altcoins at the end of all this, please watch my old videos. Now, there are a lot of videos. I think this is my 80th video that I'm posting, so it's going to take some time to go back through them. However, I do review my strategy from time to time, so that is why you should subscribe and to make sure you guys don't miss out, because the one time that I do review my strategy, you guys will know exactly what my thought process is. Okay, so let's move on to Solana. Solana looking very good. Okay, so I remember, these were some dark times over here, near $100, around 126. I bought nonstop, okay, and now we're finally retesting 180. Now the problem is this: we really should be breaking through 180 and consolidating above it. Otherwise, I really would not be surprised if we retest $148. But right now, with the whole sentiment in the crypto community, and with the recent crypto week, as they call it, a lot of very bullish news all around, and I strongly believe that we're actually going to easily break through 180 this coming week, and we might actually consolidate above it, because there probably is a good amount of sell pressure once we're above 180. But once we consolidate, okay, and we hold it above, really at that point, it's all about going back to the previous all-time high, which was around like anywhere from 260 to 280. And that's very exciting. So a lot of very bullish things to look out for. But guess what? I mean, I thought about, making a video when Bitcoin was hitting 120K. Honestly, if that is the kind of exciting stuff that you're looking for, there are many influencers and YouTubers out there who are already posting that. I really want to make a video during the hard times, during the tough times, and show you guys that I have skin in the game, and oftentimes it's better this way, because people usually share their good news, but rarely their bad news. And when it really counts is during the bad times, because that's really when you're going to dollar cost average. So if you go back to my old videos, I never stopped posting, whether it was April whether it was June. I said time and time again, dollar cost average, because, well, this is not financial advice, but I was nonstop dollar cost averaging because I told myself, oh man, there's no way. If anything, this is the best buying opportunity. I'm going to say the same about PopCat. Been buying PopCat nonstop. Nonstop. I have no money in my bank account because I've been buying nonstop, y'all. Now look, PopCat is looking very good. It broke through 35 cents, okay? Retested, and now it's consolidating above it. So, by the looks of it, looks like another great opportunity to dollar cost average. And I will admit, the trading volume is not as good as some of the larger cap meme coin, but I'm also not interested in accumulating either the dinosaur meme coins from last cycle or meme coins that are already in the billions in terms of market cap. Really, I'm looking at something that is in the 100 million range, and Popcat is, around, the 300, $400 million range. And at the same time, I'm not interested in anything that is below 100 million. I've already spent a lot of money buying meme coins under $100 million market cap, and I have good positions. Now I have the most positions in PopCat, but I've also been buying PopCat for the past 1 year. So, that might not be the case for a lot of you. However, if anything, if this means anything, I mean, we're still at the same price as we were more than a year ago. So, it's never too late for me to accumulate, and I will continue to accumulate, and I'm going to see this through. So, I think there's a great PopCat community out there on Twitter X, on YouTube. I don't know who that is, but if you guys have any resources, please do not hesitate to share. But look, I'm just doing my own thing. I just think PopCat is a great cat meme coin. I love cats, and I have great position in PopCat, and I'm very excited for what's to come next. So that is my overall overview for what's been happening the past week. And again, thanks for watching. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.